Welcome back to another update video from Team Psycosmos. My name is Matt, and I'm here to provide you with that positive, never give up, motivational energy, as our man Shuzo says. That's right, never give up. I knew that was lame, but by the way, check out our merch. We actually got this really nice phone case right here. You can go to our link tree or our merch store links, which are down below in the description. You can go check it out. I've actually dropped my phone a couple of times since I've purchased this, and I have to say it's done a really great job protecting my phone. It's really good quality too, and it was pretty affordable. You can go check that out, and if you have any questions on that, go ahead and leave them down below. Want to give a quick shout out to somebody who was in our comments yesterday. They're having a pretty rough time, but just remember, you always have friends. You always have people who care about you. A lot of people love you, regardless of what you may believe. I love you. We're all of us here love you. We all love each and every one of you guys, and that's really what we do here. We're giving high level overviews of information that we're seeing. And information that we've researched really extensively, but we're also trying to provide people with, a lot of really good positive motivational energy, a lot of positive energy just in general. Negative emotions, whether you know this or not, a lot of people foolishly, mind you, foolishly believe that the root cause of a lot of emotions are just chemicals being secreted in the brain. And although that is very true, that actually plays probably, I would say, one of the largest parts in how you feel is a chemical substance within your body, especially from things like what you're eating, or if you are participating. I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this. Participating in like doing things with yourself that most people would do in their alone time, which probably isn't that like super productive, that are sexual in nature. And if you're doing a lot of these things, then different chemicals get secreted in your body, which ultimately will drag your emotional state down. But again, going back to what I was saying, a lot of people foolishly believe that it starts there. It does not. In order for chemicals to be secreted within the mind, there needs to be some kind of vibratory spark. There has to be some sort of, at the quark level, at the very Planck level, at the smallest level that we understand in physics, there has to be some form of vibrational beginning. And what you'll find is, you can basically chalk that up to everything. Everything has a vibrational beginning. But without that vibrational beginning, without those emotional waves or vibrations that hit your body and trigger your brain or different parts of your body to secrete chemicals, those chemicals wouldn't be secreted. So emotions, because you have a torus field around your body, scientifically this has been proven, and there's plenty of CIA documentation you can look up. Just look up Project Gateway. That's a great one. CIA Declassified Documentation, Project Gateway. So you have an energetic field around you. You feel this through a lot of things like your heartbeat and your brain and your thymus gland, and even your spleen plays a small part in contributing to this aura that you have around you. And the thing is, it's highly scientific, but when your body interacts with other things around you, which are basically lowering your vibratory state. So if, for example, if you eat a lot of fast food, or if you drink, or if you smoke, or again, if you're doing things that you shouldn't really be doing too often or at all, really, that is when your body is going to come under duress. It's going to come under stress, and you need to find ways in which you can uplift yourself with positive vibrations. That's why a lot of the time I speak about positive vibrations, because it's the science of emotion is really what it comes down to. It's the science of emotion. Emotion is a spectrum. It is not an infinite spatial chasm. It's not like you can just have emotions going in every direction. There's a spectrum of emotion, just like there's a spectrum of the colors of the rainbow. There's 7. It's locked into place, just like there's 7 basic musical notes: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and then do would be number 8, but it's the same note. It's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. It's 7. So just like the colors, there are 7, generally speaking, that are the root. Not really the root, but when you look at a rainbow and you see that prismatic 7, there's a reason why it has been delineated into 7 different colors. Same reason why we have 7 days of the week, etc., etc. A lot of these are very deeply ritualistic, mystical numbers. The people who believed this stuff thousands of years ago, who created the calendar system and all the different systems of understanding things that we have today, hasn't really evolved too much, because you can't try to convince people that there are more than 7 or less than 7 colors in the rainbow. You could maybe make the argument for violet and indigo, but they are actually different colors, and they also correlate with like the 7 chakra system. So the 7 number is a really big deal. But the reason that I'm bringing up all this, I know I'm all over the place. The reason I'm bringing this up is because vibrations and the things that you incorporate in your lives, that makes a true difference in the way that you feel. So yeah, there are things that are going to happen, around you. You're going to have people who might pass away in your life. I actually had some pretty bad news yesterday about somebody in my family who is getting pretty sick, and that is for different reasons. But instead of allowing those negative vibrations to affect me, I try to think of it in a positive light, and I try to spin it in my own mind, because that's really the healthiest thing. That doesn't mean to lie to yourself. That means you have to look at the situation, you have to face it boldly head on. You have to say to yourself, what kind of positive can I pull from this situation? So ultimately, what I'm trying to get at for really long explanation, but we're here for you. Everybody here at the team is here for you. If you ever are feeling in distress, we have a really good way of counteracting a lot of those negative emotions. And yeah, you can't control everything that happens in your life, but you can control the reaction of what you have to things that happen to your life. You can control your own reaction. So bad things might happen to you, but they really don't defeat you unless you choose that they defeat you. I've been homeless. I've lived in my car. I've worked in massive skyscrapers in Manhattan, New York City, and then weeks later I was living in my car. Okay, life hits you pretty hard. But if I had just accepted being homeless with no parents, basically an orphan, and nowhere really to go except for my buddies. My buddy had a pretty large property out in the woods, so I basically slept in my car on his property for a while, while I was working and doing things to get myself out of that situation. And because I stayed positive, because I didn't let all those bad things get to me, because I basically had hit rock bottom, I had nowhere else to go but up. And that's the way that sometimes you have to see it in life. Sometimes you don't have any other direction to go but up. There are so many people out there who are so miserable that they're willing to do anything just to feel right, or feel accepted, or feel like validated, or anything like that. And a lot of miserable people like that, they just want to start arguments. They want to fight with people. They really just want to be right because they're insecure. They're not comfortable with who they are in their own skin. They're not happy with who they are. That's a very sad thing, because everybody should love themselves. There's nothing wrong with loving yourself. Not in a narcissistic way or an egotistical way. That psychologically, that's been proven to be extremely bad. Nor should you believe that you're a victim of every single case, because that also has been psychologically proven to be very, very bad. You can't do any of those things. You have to remain high-spirited, high vibrational, and extremely positive. And that doesn't mean that you should not be negatively objective about things. But what that means is you have to keep your emotional state stable and in control. Controlling your emotions has been a very big key to my personal success, and I'm hoping that sharing that information will help you guys too. So just remember, no matter what life throws at you, it's because there's a journey that you're being sent on, no matter what period of time you are in your life. And if you don't follow that journey, if you don't embrace it, there are good and bad things that are going to come. Life will ebb and flow. You will have peaks. You will have dives in the cosmic spiral of your life. That's just the way that it is, to a very large degree. But you can still manifest things. You can still remain positive. You can still help others. And that is ultimately what I would recommend to people who are feeling really down. So I will go over more stuff in the news tomorrow. I am going to wrap this video up. I did want to make a quick video. It's not really that quick, but I did want to make a video just kind of detailing some of these things. And just know, guys, that we love every single one of you, and we're hoping that you're all doing okay. If you need anything, drop a comment down below. Make sure you like the video. Go subscribe if you're not subscribed, please. We'd really appreciate that. Go check us out on all of our different platforms. Go check out our Patreon. Go check out our TikToks. I'm about to hit 60K on TikTok, which is great. That'd be phenomenal. You guys could check that out. And also check out our merch store and anything else. But other than that, guys, much love. Enjoy your day, and take care. Peace.